All right, Miley, here's a question for you. Do you remember the first time you learned a word that made you feel like, wow, I get it now? Like not just remembering it for a test, but actually using it in a conversation?
Ooh, yes. I remember learning the word serendipity. It just sounded magical, like I could almost feel the joy in it. And then when I finally used it in a conversation, it just clicked. It felt natural, like I was speaking with the word, not just about it.
Exactly. That moment is what we call learning vocabulary naturally. It's not about memorizing lists of words or repeating flashcards over and over. It's about connecting words to real experiences and feelings. So, in today's episode, we'll dive into how you can learn vocabulary naturally, just like Miley did with serendipity. So, let's start with the basics. We all know the classic way to learn vocabulary: flashcards, word lists, maybe even apps. But does that really stick with you? Think about it. When you memorize a word for a test, how long does it actually stay with you after the test is over?
Not long, right? But when you learn a word through context, through seeing it, hearing it, or using it in your life, that sticks with you. It's like when you see a new movie and suddenly you're using phrases from it without even realizing it.
Exactly. So, today we're talking about how to use your surroundings to learn vocabulary, to let it soak in naturally. And it all starts with context. You learn better when you see a word in action. Like, say you're watching a cooking show in English, you see the word sauté, and the chef is cooking in front of you. The word suddenly has meaning.
Context is everything. When you hear a word in a real situation, it helps you remember the meaning much better. For example, let's say you're watching a cooking show, like I said. The chef might say, "Now you need to saute the onions until they're golden brown."
Right. You know what sauté means because you've seen it happen. You can almost smell the onions cooking, feel the heat. It's a feeling you're connecting with, not just a dry definition.
Exactly. And that's the beauty of learning vocabulary naturally. You can create these little learning moments all around you, like when you're listening to your favorite songs, watching a movie, or even chatting with friends in English. You're constantly soaking in new words.
Now, let's talk about the real trick: making vocabulary a part of your daily routine. It's easy to forget vocabulary if you're not using it, so how do we make it stick?
Well, first, don't force it. If you try to learn every single word, you'll burn out fast. Instead, pick a few words a week that you're curious about or that you hear often in conversations.
Right. And then use them in your conversations. Even if you're speaking to yourself or writing in a journal, make it fun. Just like how kids learn languages, they repeat, they play with words, they make mistakes, and then bam, it clicks.
Totally. And remember, learning vocabulary naturally is about being patient and persistent. It's not about memorization. It's about letting the language surround you, becoming part of your daily experiences.
Let's get practical. Here are a few ways you can start learning vocabulary naturally. Read books, especially stories or genres you like, in English. Watch movies and shows with subtitles in English. Listen to podcasts like this one, and write down any new words that catch your ear. Have conversations, even if it's just talking to yourself in English.
And here's a fun tip. You can label things around your house with English words. It's like turning your living space into a vocabulary playground.
Exactly. turning your environment into a language learning zone, and trust me, it works. It's like living in a language immersion experience without even leaving your home.
So, to wrap up, the best way to learn vocabulary naturally is to surround yourself with English, use words in real situations, and give yourself the freedom to make mistakes along the way. Remember, it's not about perfect memorization. It's about letting the language become part of your life.
Exactly. So try out these tips and let us know how it goes. And remember, learning vocabulary is a journey, not a race.
Thanks for listening, and we hope you enjoy the ride.
Catch you in the next episode, folks. Keep learning and keep having fun with it.